Welcome and good evening, everybody. It's time for another episode of the free-to-play series. Oh, decklist already there. It's not the one from yesterday. Okay.
It's good to see you again.
Ah, thank you, Innkeeper. So, Druid or Rogue. 40 gold is always worth re-rolling, so 3 victories with any class. Okay, that's an easy one. So, I have time until, well, probably something like 8 PM. Because there's no World Cup game today. So I think I will do an arena run. Okay, so I guess the most recent ones were Mage and Warlock. Warlock indeed, and I've done Mage 1 or 2 times already, so I will go with the Hunter just for...
Begin.
Well, the variety. But please take this as as a disclaimer. I don't like the Hunter class, and I don't think that I can play it very well. So, okay, this seems to be an easy one, especially because this is a beast. Wow. The good news is it's it's just another rare drop. Pig. The bad news is it's all bad. Obviously. Okay. So I will go with the Alchemist. Most utility, I guess. And as a vanilla 2-drop, it's, well, not great, but it's okay. So Shattered Sun. Wow. 3rd rare in 4 picks. This one is cool, kind of cool in an opening hand, but otherwise it's very weak. So I take another Cobra. Wow, the combo in 1 pick. It mostly depends on the other drops, but I think I will go with Unleash, because it always can be very strong. Hunter's Mark, of course. Animal Companion is really nice. 3 slot is already very heavy. Should I go with a Beast here? Raid Leader could be fun with Unleash, but well, it needs 6 mana, so I think I go with the Boar. Explosives or Tiger? Tiger. Okay, this is a very beast heavy deck until here. That's great. Then I go with the Kodo. Not the beast this time. And I need a 4-drop, I guess, so yeah. 4 drops are important. A lot of 3s already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But Scarlet Crusader is very nice. But if I draw into a weapon, the Spiteful Smith could also be very useful. I have to look into some 2-drops. Okay. Seems like it's enough with the beasts here. It's already 3 5-drops. Yeah, but Fang Creeper is the best here, I think. Wow, these are all terrible, especially because I'm very heavy on the 5 already. 6 or 1. I go with the Harpy. Wow, okay, inventory it is. Tundra Rhino. Fives all over again and spell damage, which I don't need. Wow. How many beasts I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost the half. Yeah, I think Rhino could be nice. Although well, like I said, I'm very heavy on the 5 already. Very low on the 4, but this one doesn't bring any utilities to the board. I'm not sure, but I take the Rhino here. Dark Iron is perfect. Yeah, take another Shaded Sun. Argent Commander is fine, and now I need 2-drop. Good 2-drop though. Okay, I'll take this. Although I am very low on the beasts. This is bad, this is not great, this is not great either, so I have just one real 2-drop. Overall it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'm very tempted to take the Tastingo here. Very low on the 4 also, but those are better in terms of quality. I think this is a heavy one. Bluegill or Senjin. Earthen Ring would be nice, but well, the 3 slot is already kind of full. I definitely want to take this Senjin, but I think I could rely on this Bluegill. Huh. One, two, three, 4, and I have to take the blue. Senjin is back. Could be great. I have some card draw with this, and Unleash, and some of the other cards. I don't have a kill command so far, so I think the Senjin is great here. Oh, there's the kill command. Or a loot hoarder. It's a tough one all over again. And my late game sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mostly because I don't have great bodies on the board. I need the kill command just to at least to kill some big guys if they show up. Okay. Explosive shot. It's 4 down, 6. 7. This is also a huge decision, I think. I believe. Kodo is nice in terms of value, and it gets a body on the board, but Explosive Shot destroys at least one body. Yeah, I think I'd take Explosive here. Just to be secure. Oh, Knife Juggler. Glad to see you. Hyena. Hyena or Explosive? I have just one Unleash, but I have a few beasts in here at least, so I'd want to pick this. Definitely not the Nightblade. Although Explosive could be nice. Take the Hyena. Another Dark Iron is great. And an epic. Yeah, I need a big body on the board, so I think Sea Giant is great here. I may be able to put a few bodies on the board. Okay. So, as usual, the deck list. This deck feels good, but well, I managed to get the curve somewhat better in terms of 2-drops. I'm a bit heavy on the 5, so I would have liked to see the curve more smoothly or something. Maybe one good 1-drop like an Abusive Sergeant or so. But this will do, I think. The 4-drops are all very nice. So well, the Brewmaster's also it's okay. So it could do something here. So we'll go with the Hunter, 1 Hunter's Mark. Maybe I should have taken another one. Amani Berserker is great to start with. Bluegill is something, or in German you would say Notlösung, emergency solution, although it's not that dramatic. Okay, pin size could be good in an opening hand. 7 Generina and Buzzard are both not something you want to put on the board on their own, but can be very strong, especially the Hyena with Unleash the Hounds. It's just I would have liked to see one more of this, but at least I have one, so that's okay. Ancient Brewmaster. I don't think that I have too many things that I want to return here, but can do stuff. Senjin is great. Explosive Shot is a solution. If you've seen my last free-to-play Warlock run, then I missed something like an Explosive Shot or something, just for removal or very good traits. So, especially because this one hits more than one target, so it could be really nice. I'm one of the players that often forget to play around something like Explosive Shot just by thinking about the... Now I have one card too many, that's interesting. Well, I often lack the ability to play around this by thinking about the positioning of the minions on the board. So, what card is too much here? Emperor Cobra, 2 Shattered Sun is great. 2 of these, just 1 Spiteful Smith. So, okay. So, can you see it? No, you can. Yep. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's start. To be honest, I don't know how good this deck will perform, mostly because I don't play Hunter very often. In the beginning I thought it would be great because I had all the beasts and the synergy. Then, well, the only beasts that came up were Silverbag Patriarchs versus something like Scarlet Crusader or Shattered Sun, so it wasn't big of a choice.
Rexa versus Uther.
So,
I will
nice.
fight with honor.
Amani Berserker, glad to see you in the opening hand. Don't want to keep the kill command here. Have a lot of 3s, so a good one will show up, I hope. That's even worse, but okay. Oh wow, the sea giant. But I think it could be very strong, especially because the 4-drop
The
is
light protects
strong,
me.
although it doesn't have too many cards.
It's time for a little blood.
Well, if I manage to draw another 1, 2 or 3 drop, would be great. And I don't have a strong turn 4 play until here. Okay. So this is definitely get down, which means noble sacrifice. I wonder if I have something to play around this. Most likely if I draw into a Shattered Sun Cleric. Don't want to sacrifice it here. He wouldn't have played that. That's definitely a noble sacrifice, so... yeah... Not sure.
Put this apple on your head.
But I don't want this to be killed, so... I'll try to draw into something that could help. Maybe a bluegill or a Shattered Sun Cleric. Something like stick. Consecration incoming already? Okay. That's kinda horrible, but otherwise maybe I would have liked to return the Berserker. Best thing would have been Knife Juggler killing the Squire, returning this, then attacking. Oh, okay.
I'll put it on your tab.
Don't have many options here, so I'll just do it. Alarm bot. That's interesting. You haven't played many minions yet, so. Huh. Yeah, I think I'll do this. Cycling 1 card is already good. And it is very nice for the curve. Okay. Would have liked to see the sea giant here, but not yet. Okay. Yeah. That's not too unexpected.
Another round? Give that minion a turn to get ready. I moves quickly.
Oh, still my turn.
My apologies.
Forgot about the noble sacrifice already.
Get behind me.
Do you want to trade here? That's the main question. Don't have a great follow-up, so... Only play that would protect this. Well, this would have died and this would have stayed around longer, so... Maybe. Maybe.
Can taste the mana.
For the king!
Okay, perfect. And just go
Another
face.
round?
I'm a hunter. I go face. Okay. Wow. The combo. Don't have another buzzard. 2, 6, 8.
Tadingo! Yes!
Summoning portal open.
Yeah, I don't like him to buff something. Maybe I should have killed the other one. But without spells, it's just 1/1, so it's not too scary.
Mind if I roll need?
Okay. I would like to see a hyena. Oh, Shattered Sun Cleric. Question is if I want to be greedy here. Oh no. Really think the buffing one with this and killing this off, so I have one more minion already. But I prefer to get this out of consecration. If my board stays around, I'll probably no. I'll probably not put other minions here. Depends on the cards, though.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Okay, seems like he's digging for cards. That's great. Okay.
Not on my watch.
That's not easy after all. Maybe I just should play this. Just face and wait.
Push forward.
I'm a hunter. And with this play, he doesn't have an obvious way to remove this Testigo from the board.
Reporting for duty.
The victory is
Yoo-hoo! Oh yeah, and I didn't remember this, but level 10 would be huge. I don't know if you remember that, but my collection of expert cards told me so far that I probably should play Hunter. Look at this. It's 5 with 3 rares, which is good. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with 2 duplicates of, or yeah, 2 copies of this. An epic and alongside with very strong cards. So that's it's 9 and that's like 6. That's 5 with 4 bad cards, or maybe at least 2 bad cards. This is not too great. This well, you see it. Okay, okay. Look at the Hunter again. Big collection. So I'll probably play Hunter in the next sessions. So it's great to level it up to have the kill command around, which is very strong. And I think with the I have some synergy cards within an aggro deck, like the Cane Golem. Although I'm not sure if I could use something like the Bloodsail Raider to synergy with the Eaglehorn Bow and the Gladiator's Longbow and the secrets to remain up longer, and
I must protect
because, well,
Let the hunt begin.
Bloodsail Raiders are no beasts, obviously, but keep one of these. Turn 2 till 3. No, I'll try this. Okay. I don't want to use this without any benefit. Yeah, so I'll probably try to build a Hunter deck in Constructed. Maybe afterwards. I don't know how long this run will go. Especially because I'm usually very bad with Hunter. So. Huh. Maybe I should have coined out the Alchemist to play it as a 2-2. If I play it now, I can use the science on this. Then it would be a 2-3, which would be unable. Well, which could kill this and remain on the board. Which is even worse. I could play the Alchemist and the Hunter's Mark, but... okay. That's the problem with these 2 drops. Bluegill Warrior would have been nice here, but the rest of them is just... pin-sized summoner, maybe, but the rest is just crap. Mani Berserker, yeah, would be a one-on-one trade if he doesn't have Wrath, so... Okay. Lucky for him that I don't run any weapons. So the 2-4 could kill one, the 4-2 would die to one of this, and the 4-4 would actually be pretty great. Okay, if I get Huffer, I hit his face. Afterwards, he wraths the Huffer, and in the best case, his hero ability hits me, has 6 damage on the board. I'm at 20 already. He is at 25, and he has the 2 I can't deal with. So I will coin out. Yeah, I coin out the inventor.
Pass me that Arclight's banner.
4 more options and maybe some removal. If he has Wrath, he at least has to use the hero power on this one. Still have... that's just slightly better.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Glory to the Sindora!
It all comes down to the turn 2 play that I didn't have. So that's basically it. Okay, if I use science on this and the juggler hits it, it survives. Too bad. Misha would still be great. Wonder if I want to take the 1 in 3 chance. I think I'll just play it this way.
Put this apple on your head.
Can deal with something off the board.
You love my
I definitely would like to see Unleash the Hounds within the next turns. Okay.
I must safeguard the land.
Too bad for the sea giant. Okay. Can kill something with the boar. That's too bad again. Okay, I'll just... I don't think that I have much of a choice. Huh, okay. Feeling very much behind here. Maybe I should have played Boar Dark Iron? Yeah, I think that would have been the better play. Run the Boar into the 3-3. Have the 4-4 around against those two. Didn't think about that.
I wonder.
Yeah, it probably would have been the better play. That's an honor. Wow. I'm already close to dead. It's still the same board.
You call that a
It's 4 damage from what I see. Damn. I definitely would like to see my Kodo here.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Wow. And no beasts in my hand, that's too bad. Okay. Okay, so I can't play the Mountain Giant.
I wonder.
But that, yeah, well, if I play the Sea Giant, I'm dead, so that's not big of a choice. I play this, then I play Kill Command.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
It's all... Don't have to buff this if I kill this first. And still a 2-4. I have to play this, so I have 4 mana. Which leaves me this and this are... okay. Then it's still the same play.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
It's a 1-4-2. Too bad, but... doesn't change anything. It all comes down to the weak turn 2 play. Starfire? Wonder if something had changed if I did the boar dwarf play one turn before. At least it would have saved me 3 damage.
Let the hunt begin. I will hunt you down.
Going first with this hand is terrible. Although the Berserker is at least a 2-drop that I can play. That's well, okay. Sea Giant is very stubborn, showing up in all of the games very early.
It's time for a little
Oh, there, was something that I missed in the last play. Would have been nice as a combo with the hounds. Would have been 8-4 then. 8-5 actually. 3 hounds, yeah. Okay. So I think I have to benefit from
We
weak
must
start now.
cleanse the Sunwell.
Or maybe I should have played the Animal Companion earlier. Just take the 1 and 3 and get the Misha. If he plays Explosive, I'll probably play Alchemist. Well, if he plays Explosive, he takes 6 damage. Don't know. Alchemist to protect this, but it kills the
I
Alchemist.
wonder.
So, don't know. A Yeti. Interesting. I don't think that I want to slow down here in terms of tempo.
Who you want me kill?
I have nothing that deals 2 damage and I can kill the Yeti nevertheless next turn, so...
Who you want me kill?
Push forward.
I'll put it on your tab.
It's nice to have this around 2 times. Although the play in general wasn't great. Especially if he trades the Yeti into...
Your magic shall not save me.
Okay, he does. Oh no. Okay, that's right. Okay. If I use science on this, it's a 3-4. Okay, it wouldn't kill this buff, but I couldn't kill it either. So. Okay, then it's
You
this play.
love my new recipe.
Is it? Yep.
Who you want me kill?
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Well played. Thanks.
Thanks. Okay, if you place... Was about to say if you place one more minion, then... maybe Sea Giant, but it seems like all minions are gone. 6 versus my 5. Don't like this at all. Yep. have to set up a setting for the Sea Giant. Although this is a great board for Unleash.
Truth is my shield.
And Creeper isn't a beast. So, if a knife hits that would be awesome. Otherwise I would have to run this into it, and then this grows. Wouldn't be too bad either, so... Would like to set the Sea Giant, but I lose too much utility on this. Hit it! Yes! Okay.
Hey, catch!
My well played.
This was the one that he chose from the tracking, so I guess he feels under pressure, which means that he probably doesn't have an easy solution to this. If this is explosives, though, the hyena dies. Maybe he's thinking about playing nothing more on the turn, that I can sacrifice the buzzard. I would need to get this out of range. Maybe with Shattered Sun? The other Shattered Sun is probably the only card that could rescue it. So it's 1 in 18. No, okay. Can't hope for that by playing the Cobra. Okay. If it's explosive traps, then it kills both of these. Then I can play the Sea Giant. I don't, but I definitely like to play the Sea Giant. If this is snipe, I'm okay with a 8/4. Okay, too bad. At least the positioning doesn't make a difference here. Regarding explosive shot or something.
You call that a
Would really like to hit to steady shot him here. And the Cobra doesn't die. The Fen Creep. No, the Dwarf doesn't die to the Fen Creeper. That's what I wanted to say. But I also want to develop the Cobra. If he has kill command, he's... Then he has 6 mana left, which is definitely enough to play something big. Okay. Explosive shot on this one seems a little bit wasted. If he runs it into the Fen Creeper and plays 1 or 2 more minions, would be great. Okay.
I let the dogs out.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. Okay, so I have 5 damage on the board, 7 here. 5 on this one. Too bad that this doesn't stay as a 2 attack. Well, he's 4 health then.
Well played. Thanks.
Okay, he's 2 more cards. Maybe I yeah. I'm tempted to play it the secure way here, although I'm a hunter. Okay.
Let the dogs out.
For the crusade!
Wow. Really strong cards here. Okay. Let's see, it's 2, it's 5, it's 7.
I wonder.
Then afterwards it's top decking, and he has... You can run it into that. Has this still around? I have to trade this, right? Could use this 1. No, I have to use 2. Then it's a 6-1. Could run this into... well, that's even worse. I'll leave it up to him to do the trades here. Good draw for him. Sun? Yeah, okay.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
It's 4, it's 6, okay.
Well played. Well played.
To Northrend! Victory!
I think that's the first time that I saw that. Yay, kill command. Great. Okay. We still have enough gold to do another arena run, even without the rewards from this run.
Rexar versus Garrosh!
Victory or death! Let the hunt begin.
Okay. Would have liked to see this as the second player. I could play this at turn 1 and this at turn 2 and this at turn 3, or maybe an inventor or something. So if I have to play it on curve, it loses some of the... But it at least is able to kill the dragon. So it's not too bad. And I don't lose too much utility if it gets killed. trades down. That's good for me. No turn 2. That's interesting. Coining this out and then just armoring up. Okay. But yeah, Fiery War X. Something. Shield Slam? Nothing. Okay. It's even better. Yeah.
You call that a weapon?
I could play Knife Juggler. Yeah, well, Unleash isn't that great next turn, obviously. So. Just throwing down this, this, and this. Running this into that. Interesting. At least interesting. This one dies to the X, so maybe I want to... Yeah, I probably want to.
On your head.
This one.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Too bad.
Push forward.
Can play the whole hand next turn. If you play something. Two, 3, 7. Yeah, I think that's worth it.
Tazdingo!
Potentially lethal next turn. Okay, so he has to trade.
Blood and plunder.
So it's interesting, at least. 6 damage, need 7. Okay. Don't know if I want to do this play here. It seems so wasteful. And if you place big taunt and armors up each turn, would be difficult to get to him. One kill command in here. An explosive shot. That's basically it. Yeah, I have to do it. At least he can't kill the dwarf now. Maybe his shield block. There's so many possibilities out of this. And arming up. Yeah. Ah, another Dark Iron. Okay.
You call that
Just have to put threats on the board. Would have liked to kill this, but... Okay, it's already the quest. This is good. As clear as this game looked, I was pretty scared of a heavy comeback. He just had, well, he just needed to clear off one Dark Iron with a hand of 7 cards. Argent Commander, maybe. Argent Commander armor up. Then he had the 5-1 and the 4-2. And I could draw into a
Rexar versus Malfurion.
Starving Buzzard. And yeah. Something like this could have happened. And could easily swing the game. So I'm glad that it didn't happen. Okay, it's the second time. Maybe I should coin out the Alchemist. Just to make sure that I can kill a 3-2. If he plays a 2-3. Then I can just shoot him in the face. Well, it clearly depends on his hand. Okay. Doesn't make any difference at all. Seems like. Okay. Playing this as a turn 1. It gets killed by him and the Squire. Squire sticks around. And I have 2 mana, can only hit his face. He has 3 mana, can play something. I could play. Okay. Otherwise, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4 be even better. No. Could determine the whole game here. This decision to coin out or not. This is actually a pretty scary start. Mostly because this doesn't die to the Cobra. So what do I hope for? Misha? Yeah, probably Misha. Gets killed by him, but he has to use the Divine Shield from here and can play something else, so. This is 2 cards, basically, so. If I use 2 cards to kill it, it's not too bad.
What?
And he takes 4 damage. And I have to deal with a 3-3. But I have something to deal with a 3-3. If he doesn't have Wrath or doesn't want to swipe it or something. Oh, a lot of beasts here. Huh. Well, not much choice here.
Job done.
Fen Creeper. Yeah, the Rhino could become very nice here with the Tiger and the Kodo. The start was so huge.
Pay attention, class.
If this only was a 3, 2, 5 or something. Do I want to run both into that? Then I have. This would too easily die to swipe, so I doubt it. If I had 2 mana more, I would hit it, turn it, kill it. Huh. Yeah. I'm still not recovering, so I have to stabilize here. Just has to play a Wrath and be terrible.
I wonder.
Wow, or another Mario.
I'm ready to learn. We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Scary thing. Wow. Facing 13 damage, 14 damage. Wow. Pretty much dead already. Okay.
You call that a weapon? Huh.
Hey, give me a minute.
Just have to prevent this damage.
You love my new recipe.
Next turn it might die from the Kodo. Definitely have to challenge this board. Somehow. Those 2 Mark of the Wilds, I usually don't pick them, Druid, but they really paid off here. Oh. I have an explosive shot in here. This would be very nice. Wow.
I am ready to learn.
Wow. I'm just getting smashed. This is so huge. Turning all his 1/1 tokens into 2/2 tokens, actually. Okay, explosive. Then, nothing. I'm facing not too much damage here, though. So, and if I kill these, they become 2/2s. Ah, this is so bad. Could play the giant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Be at 6. Could clear maybe. No, wow. Luckily, it didn't kill this. So. Savage roll?
Where shall I strike?
It's not even better. And it seems like he's pretty aware of explosive shot. I can deal like a little bit with this board. Then I'm pretty much dead. Okay, if I kill these and kill this twice, then I'm facing 7 damage with my 8 health. But I don't have any more taunts, so Tundra Rhino can kill something. These two are too slow. Okay, I have to do this. Wow. Okay, it doesn't make a difference. Nope. Okay, 7 damage. Wow. This felt a little bit like constructed.
Well played.
Wow.
True north, red.
It's like 1/3 of the cards he played are cards that I wouldn't have considered in a normal arena run. But they worked really, really well together. The Artisan Squire 1-drop, which was the only 1-drop, maybe even the only 1-drop in his deck, so having a 3/3 with Divine Shield at turn 2 is huge. Then he was able to protect it, and afterwards he were able to establish his board and Soul of the Forest, together with the Violet Teacher. Wow, wow.
I must protect the one. Let the hunt begin.
So it's a second player. So this doesn't help me if I don't draw a 3-drop. This isn't the 3-drop, but I'll try it. At least I can kill a 2/3 with this board. Or with these minions. Although it would be a 1 for 2. Wow, that's actually pretty good.
Put this apple on your head.
Coming through.
If I had, well, if I draw into a 3-draw, this would actually be pretty nice. Oh, okay. Yeah. Why not?
You love my new recipe.
I like this.
Catch!
I must safeguard the land.
Ah. Maybe that's a good board to play the Brewmaster.
I'll put it on your head.
Don't have to put something back, and there's no obvious way from the board to kill it. And this one does nothing but saving me from taking 3
We
damage.
must cleanse the Sunwell.
Okay, so his minion dies and he takes 4 damage. That's okay.
Tadingo!
Would like to see a Yeti and this.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
The Shattered Sun. It's like the same play over and over again. This is just well, with 3 more mana, this could be a nice play.
I wonder.
Yeah, I don't want to pass on this.
You call that a
Oh.
Behold the might of storm.
I was about to say that he'll probably play Shattered Sun Cleric to buff this and run it into blah, but well, his play wasn't very different from this.
I wonder.
Cards are so bad here. Don't want to play the Buzzard on an empty board, especially with Unleash out. Okay, I think I can afford to pass this turn and maybe play Buzzard Unleash next turn, or killing the board with Explosive Shot or something. Could play Unleash Explosives next turn. Would at least kill the Stormwind champion. Animal Companion. Okay, that's... yeah, let's see. It's 5, then I have another 3. Or I can get 3 cards from this. Let's see which companion. This is really bad. Yeah, I think I have to get value from the Buzzard. At least this card generates 2 more. So. There is some value in this play, although I'm facing 13 damage. But he has to clear the board, and maybe I can clear something off with explosives then.
For Najatar.
These plays are driving me a little bit crazy. I was about to say, okay, I can kill at least one with just an explosive shot. For Najatar, heal them all up. And none of these are in Kodo range, so... And I can't play one of the expensive cards to go with the explosive shot. It's all too bad. And this one is on the outside, that's also pretty bad. Although it's just coincidence because he played this row.
I wonder.
Storm Champion is by far the strongest of these. Can also just throw this on the board.
Quickly.
Yeah, maybe.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
This isn't a good play at all, but didn't like the other ones either, so didn't have a choice. Ah, well, I had a lot of choices. Why did I use Unleash? Oh, and now this guy buffs this guy out of explosive shot range. Grumble, grumble. And none of these have just 2 attack. Oh man. Okay, if I kill this, at least this gets killed too. I think that's worth it. Boar is already gone too.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Why does he have so... So many strong minions. And I'm facing... Druids! Oh! Nerf Druids! They're overpowered in Arena. Okay. I could... the Fen Creeper's just too heavy here. 6, 10, 14, 18, yay! Only thing I could do is run both of these and this one into the Fen Creeper. Okay, I lost. Yeah, I lost. It's too bad. Yeah. Charging Kodo! Yay!
Give me a minute.
Okay, so it's just...
My thanks to you.
Well played.
So it's just 3 wins today. Well,
My thanks.
well, as I said, I'm not great with Hearthstone. Okay. Weaknesses of the deck. I'm just thinking about the curve of the opponent's deck. I think he just played 1 2-drop minion, a lot of 3, 4, and played Storm Champion followed by Engine of Lore. 2 7. Okay, his curve was very heavy. It's interesting. Yeah, I got him down very fast, so it doesn't surprise too much. And the one before was just smashing because of the great start. I had a great start too here, but didn't pay off because he had a lot of late game. And I don't, which I don't have. Because well, I had a lot of late game, or at least late mid game in my hand, but couldn't play it because I was so much troubled by his board. Okay, nevertheless, weakness of the stacks, clearly a lot of weak cards that are weak on their own. The boar had some synergy with Hyena and the Buzzard and the Knife Juggler, etc, etc, but isn't too great to play on... Oh. Did I mess up with the microphone? Like the whole game? Just... okay. I have to check the video afterwards. I just recognized that I had mute on the microphone, and I'm not sure if this was the case for like all the games. Okay, or if I just did it unintentionally within the last seconds. Okay, I have to check the video afterwards. Maybe you get a video without any commentary. Okay, weaknesses of the deck. Very weak cards that aren't great without any other cards, like the boar that does well with the buzzard and with the hyena and with the knife juggler, but is weak on its own. Hyena, which isn't too good without any other beasts. Starving buzzard, which is weak without any other beasts. Just one, Unleash the Hounds, which does well with those two, but just one of it, just one copy of it, and I had to use it very early, and it was a pretty dead card if I couldn't use it. Yeah. A lot of strong cards were missing, so like a Houndmaster or something that could also fit into the beast synergy. I had like no benefit from the Kodo, which I usually very like in Arena, but especially in the last game, I think the only thing that would have been destroyed by the Kodo was an Ironforge Rifleman. I think all the other also his 2-drop was an Ooze, which has 3 attacks, so like all the guys he played wouldn't die to a Kodo. So this was very weak. Some of the other cards, well, the mid game was pretty strong, at least in terms of value. Like I said, I would have liked the curve maybe to be the other way around, just to smooth a little bit down here. And here's a great gap, but that's not too bad. I would have considered this deck to be stronger, maybe to go 5 wins or so, even if I look at it now, but yeah, I got at least, I think, 2 very good opponents. Like the first one, it was the first game, first loss. And, well, the second one at least was lucky, but I expect the deck, well, the deck did very well, so maybe it was on purpose. Don't know. So 3 wins isn't great, but it did the quest for us and leveled the hunter to level 10, so let's see what we got. Well, we have a little bit more time, so I'll probably rank a little bit more up here afterwards. Okay, didn't pay off too much, but I still have enough gold to do 2 more arena runs, so all in all it's very rewarding. It's pretty easy to keep the gold engine running if you play the game casually, if you don't want to play the whole day without any quests or something. So let's check the pack. Just
Golden Common.
Golden Ancient Brewmaster. Interesting. Wrong Infiltrator's good. Battle Rage, not too much. Argent Protector, second one, yeah, should be the second one. Would be great if I had more Paladin cards. And the Imp Master. Don't know if I can put this into... At this point I can't think of a deck where I would put the Imp Master into, but maybe this changes in the next weeks. Okay, so I will stop the stream for a minute, get something to drink, finish the video here and have a look on the video if I messed up with the microphone. We'll see. And if that's so, I'll probably upload it anyways and just give you a note that comments start at the end of the video. So for those in the stream, stay tuned. I'll be right back in 2 minutes. And for all the others, thanks for watching. A second part of the video will also be come online probably ranked. And, well, as always, thanks for the attention, thanks for watching, let me know what you think, and see you around next time.